Close your eyes and imagine you're rich AF laying on a beautiful beach surrounded by the ocean, an ice cold drink in your hand. Now, wake up and realize that you have none of that and you're actually stuck in a cubicle next to Kevin. But if you start growing your income streams now with these 10 unique side hustles, then that dream could be a reality. Listen, come closer. If you're Joe Schmo with just one income stream hoping to make it big one day, well, sorry. The IRS revealed that 65% of self-made millionaires had at least 3 income streams. 45% had at least 4, and 29% had 5 or more. Which means this could be the most life-changing video you've ever watched because these are super unique side hustles that I haven't seen anyone else mention anywhere. Especially not the 4th one.
We made $1,000 in 11 days. You what?
Trust me, there's no survey, no dropshipping or reselling BS. So without further ado, let's get started with number 1. An extra $1,000 per month. That's how much you can make without lifting a finger. Well, maybe a couple of finger lifts, but just think of it as a finger workout. The only requirement that you need for the side hustle is that you need to have a car. Well, actually, even if you don't have one right now, there's actually a trick on how you can get a free car out of this side hustle. Think about this as the Airbnb for cars, where you essentially put your car on this marketplace and you rent it out for a day or however long you want. And I'll share the exact website that I've used in the past. To start, all you need to do is clean your car a bit. Yep, that means get rid of the moldy cheeseburger you have in between your seats. And then you want to post the details on Turo, a car sharing marketplace, and you're done. Turo will take it from here with background checks and the whole shebang, and the entire process is automated, which is great if you're an introvert like me. You won't even have to meet the renter in real life. You can just stare out your window as they drive away.
Bye. It was great to see you. Nailed it.
Now, here's how you get a free car out of this. According to Turo's own calculator, the highest earning vehicle on the site is a Jeep Wrangler. They ran the numbers and they figured out that you only need to rent the Jeep Wrangler out for about 5 days to make enough to cover the entire monthly payment, which means anything beyond the 5 days goes straight into your pocket as profit. So, if you're feeling frisky and if your financial situation allows, maybe look into it. If it's worth it to lease or loan a Jeep Wrangler, rent it out for 5 days a month, and essentially you get a free car that's paid for. But one big warning is to be wary of your auto insurance. Turo does offer some insurance protection for a car host, but make sure you double check to see if it balances out the profits that you'll be making. Now, if renting out a car sounds a little bit scary, how about renting something else out?
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
Okay, sorry, I know how that sounds and I know what you're thinking, but come on, get your mind out of the gutters. When I first came across this, I was pretty confused too, but as I kept reading, it started to make more and more sense. And for up to $50 an hour with free food, free activities, like going to the movie theaters, heck, I'm down to be friends with anyone. Do you know how expensive movie tickets are now? Don't judge. According to several studies, millennials and Gen Zers are the loneliest generations to date. With all the great things that our internet overlords gave us, the one downside is that it's tougher to form relationships in real life. And this is why Rent-A-Friend is a thing. It's completely platonic, just friendships, nothing else. And most people on the site are just looking for a friend to go to an event with, explore a new city, eat at new restaurants, and the only difference is that they pay for all of it. All you have to do is post a listing of yourself, your hobbies, your city, and your availability, and you wait for someone to contact you. There are no schedules or minimum amounts of time that you have to put in. It's whatever you want. Plus, you don't need any specific skills, which is perfect for people like me when you're not good at anything. How much you make really depends on the activity, location, and other factors, but some people are making over $90,000 a year, which is mind-boggling. And this doesn't factor in all the free food and stuff that they get either. One warning though is that you need to be careful of the strangers that you meet because Rent-A-Friend doesn't perform any background checks, so make sure you take some safety precautions. Plus, the hangouts could always be a little awkward. The manager. Sounds fancy, right? Well, it is, because your role is essentially managing the entire operation in this untapped, profitable niche that I'll share with you in a bit. I know, it sounds super intense and it sounds like you need to be super qualified, but trust me, you already got it. Especially if you're a Gen Z or millennial, because you're already experienced with social media. And you know who isn't? The older folks, who make up 85% of all small businesses. You just need to wow them with your savvy social media jargon and past social media accounts. This is without a doubt a goldmine opportunity because the bigger marketing agencies that look like madmen aren't interested in the little guys. They're after the big guns like Google and Facebook, which means you can swoop in and expand your empire by starting off with smaller businesses and then slowly expanding. Here's how you get started. Open Google Maps and look for small businesses around you. Check out their website, their social media presence, and collect a list of businesses who either have 1, no social media presence at all, or 2, a really poor social media presence. And these are the ones that you want to reach out to given how important social media is now. Give them a call and tell them that you can transform their social media and how it can drive more revenue to their brand. Offer to meet in person and give them a firm handshake because older folk, they love this. $872 million. That's the record amount of money that this side hustle generated for a very lucky individual. Nah, not me, I'm just kidding, I wish. This side hustle is a little bit more technical, but don't worry, I'll explain the whole thing to you under one condition. Only if you turn that like button into a beautiful, beautiful red. I'll wait. Perfect. Similar to the other side hustles, you don't need any sort of specific skills or a degree. You just need some good old-fashioned creativity. The nearly $1 billion transaction occurred a few years back from a little site called Cars.com. The sale wasn't for any cars, for businesses, or any tangible real asset. It was just the domain name, the right to have the name Cars.com. Yes, that means someone paid $218 million for each letter. That amount of money is rare, but it's not impossible to rake in the big bucks, and I'll show you how. But first, take Grant as an example, a successful domain investor. He currently owns over 800 domain names, and he was recently offered $45,000 for a domain name that he bought for only $300. Wait, what the heck? Let me do some math. If you carry the one you moved, that's a 14,900% return, which is amazing. But wait for the next side hustle because I'll show you how you can potentially get a 699,900% return. Now, domain investing is easy to get started and it costs almost nothing. What you need to do is you come up with a very unique name that you think someone else would want. Something simple like books.com or finance.com, which by the way, these are all taken. Then what you want to do is go to Google Domains, type the name in and see if the domain is available. If it is, just add it to the cart and check it out. And congratulations, you are now the owner of VincentChanIsCool.com. No one else can use it unless they buy it from you. Now, here's how you can get a 699,900% return. These are freebies that you can take advantage of right now, to make some money. This isn't sponsored, just a few things that I personally use and like, and they offer to give you all bonuses if you sign up with my link down below. First is you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $7,000 for depositing just $1 with Moomoo, which is a commission-free trading platform in the United States. If you're lucky and you win the highest amount for the free stocks, that's a 699,900% potential return on your $1. Link is down below. Second, you can get $10 in Bitcoin for free if you sign up with Coinbase. And lastly, if you're interested in the stock market, I actually send out free daily market briefs every morning straight to your inbox that you can read in under 1 minute to understand what's going on with the market. Again, it's 100% free. You can try it, and if you don't like it, then that's cool too. All the links for these freebies are in the description down below. Show of hands, how many of you talked on the phone before? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, because you'll be using it here. Now, this side hustle is unique in that there's quite literally no limit to how much you can make. If you go on Amazon right now and you see a cheeseburger that costs $5, you probably won't even think twice before buying it because it's a smaller dollar amount. But what if the item was 500, 800, or over 9,000? By the way, if you got that reference, you're a real one. Comment below DBZ for life to prove that you're a real one. If the item is super expensive, then you're more likely to be hesitant to purchase it. You're going to do a ton more research and figure out if the product solves your problem. And generally for these high ticket items, people would feel more comfortable speaking to a person before they drop a couple hundo on it. Here's where you come in, the closer. For bigger companies, they have dedicated people for this already, but for smaller businesses, maybe with influencers who sell more expensive products, they need help from you. Reach out to a business and convince them to let you work for them for free. Don't worry, you'll get paid. Your role is to focus on converting potential customers into actual customers. For example, you can create a Google form to collect the names, common problems, pain points, and ask the business to send this form to their audience. And here's where you add the most value. Tell the business owner that you personally will reach out to each and every person who filled out the form, and you'll walk through their issues and ultimately convince them that the product is perfect for them, and you'll get paid a commission for every sale that you close. Bada bing, boom, done.
Mr. Peters, how are you? Yes, sir, we're very excited about our deal with you as well.
This one is pretty interesting and perfect if you're good at organizing things. You can make anywhere from $150 to $200 per night. If you can book just 3 or 4 of these a week, then you can make over over $3,000 a month. And at the same time, you'll be helping struggling businesses too.
All right, first question, everyone.
This side hustle is organizing trivia nights at restaurants. Think about it. Restaurants now, more than ever, need more revenue coming in. And that's where you step in. Call restaurants around your town and let them know that you want to host a trivia night where people can come and buy dinner and get some drinks at their fine establishment. If they agree, start an event page, print flyers, and invite your friends and family and ask them all for a favor to come. Unless you don't have any friends, then you're probably out of luck. All you need is your first successful night so you can take pictures and market it for other places and even continue the relationship with this particular restaurant. Although I'm really bad at trivia, unless it's about The Office, Harry Potter, or Schitt's Creek, I still love going to them because they're really fun and you have an excuse to shovel as many cheeseburgers and fries down your throat as possible. And you don't have to start from scratch. There are sites like Last Call Trivia where they created a successful business model that you can easily replicate. However, if you're not comfortable in large groups right now, no worries. The next one is perfect for you.
Hey guys, it's Kayla back with another video.
Have you ever wondered who manages your favorite YouTubers, Instagrammers, or TikTokers? The answer is no one. Many influencers, at least the ones that I know, run the businesses entirely by themselves, from booking sponsorships, marketing, and branding themselves, which honestly takes a lot of work. And that's where this side hustle comes in. If you have a knack for management and communication, you could be the peanut butter and jelly that sticks the 2 pieces of bread together. That is the brand and influencer, and you are in the middle that gets all the work done, from the brand deal to negotiating to facilitating the entire partnership.
Oh, $1 billion? That sounds fantastic.
Generally, you'll receive a % commission, so if your influencer gets paid $2,000, you get 20% of that, or $400 off from that one deal. Now, imagine the scale you can achieve if you have multiple influencers and multiple brands. Here's how you can start. Reach out to smaller influencers to develop a relationship, to learn the tricks of the trade. At the same time, reach out to brands that you believe would be a perfect fit, and pitch them the influencers that you have on your roster. Rinse and repeat, and facilitate the rest of the communication, and just make sure everyone is happy.
I am making tons of money doing some really cool stuff. Doing what?
Before I get into this side hustle where you can make $125 to $150 per hour, make sure you follow me on Instagram for more ways to make money online. Link is in the description down below. We're about to witness one of the greatest events in US history called the Great Retirement, where a bunch of baby boomers start retiring, and they need your help, and are willing to pay $125 to $150 an hour depending on your city. And naturally, as people retire, they tend to relocate to smaller houses and downsize because 1, their children moved out, and number 2, they still have a lifetime's worth of stuff just sitting in the house and collecting dust. And that's where you come in. Moving is stressful at any age, but for those who have lived in one place for many years, it's even harder. You can really help out their lives by organizing and downsizing and coordinating their entire move, and essentially setting up the entire new home for them. Also, make sure you're nice, guys. They're going through an emotional time. Don't be like the crappy movers in New York City where they're rude AF. You can start off small with 1 or 2 seniors who you may personally know, then you can ask them for referrals to their friends. If anyone ever said,
You buy the best gifts.
then you can make $50 to $200 an hour with this side hustle, depending on your city. A new study estimates that this untapped market will reach $242 billion this year and continues to grow very quickly through to 2024. Now, not only is this market growing, but you'll be doing a lot of good too, because 80% of respondents to the survey said that it improved their relationship between their employees or clients, and 48% said it delivered a substantial benefit. And this mysterious thing is called gift consulting. Companies want to keep the morale of their workers as high as possible, especially with the rise of work from home. And managing the entire process is very time consuming for companies, so they tend to hire a gift consultant to stay organized and send the right gifts to vendors, employees, and partners on special occasions and events. Start out small by reaching out to smaller and medium-sized companies and ask if they need help with, and I quote, employee engagement. They love that buzzword. And then introduce this entire concept. Emphasize that you'll take care of the entire process of keeping track of birthdays, holidays, partnerships, vendors, the whole shebang, and you'll make the company's lives a lot easier. And boost employee engagement.
Shut up and take my money.
Start off with just 2 or 3 of these side hustles and see which ones fit you best. And who knows, maybe you won't need to close your eyes and dream anymore because that beach could be a reality. But after you make all that moolah, you need to learn how to manage it. Otherwise, you might lose everything. So check out this video for the easiest rule to follow to manage your money, that even a turtle could do it.